Great, guys. So one of the first questions that the students got is when becoming a new student, this student felt that he had to learn a little bit of etiquette. And we talked before about the etiquette of training. Now it's going to be the etiquette as a student, as being personal space that he was mentioning, trying to keep your order to the minimum. And then he was asking what other steps he should be considering when he steps on the mats. Not only as a mindset that we talked before, but now as a student and being a part of the community, right? So how can you keep yourself, and what is the etiquette that you would like to learn as a new student when you come to the jiu-jitsu gym that is very important when you step in?
Yeah, start by the arrival. You know, when you arrive in the gym, where you place your bag and your shoes. You know, you don't want to leave like your shoes just hanging out in the middle of the corridor. You know, like in every gym have a different setup. So start from that part. You know, like whatever. You know, come and get ready. You know, you have a nice and clean uniform all the time. You have your training bag with a mouthwash inside and a toothbrush. You know, and a deodorant, like not a cheap deodorant, but something that's gonna really make a difference that you don't have odor during the training, because you know there is nothing more intimidating than you go train with somebody and you can smell somebody odors, you know. And some people they arrive here, I see people taking shower before training. You know, it's really cool. Maybe they work the whole day. Houston is really hot. Yeah. You know, people sweat the whole day. But they come here, they bring a clean change of clothes and they take a shower before come to the class, you know. So there's many levels, like, hey, how much you care about your training partners, you know, like have a nail clippers inside your bag, you know, like that you can sit downstairs in the bathroom and clip your nails if you need to, you know, like you forgot. You realize that when you're in training sometimes, you know, if you have a little a clipper to clip your nails and then a little file to file it and like make it smooth, you know, so don't scratch on anybody, and also your nail don't get trapped in a grip and like bend your nail to the other side and hurt yourself. You know, these are all little things that make a huge difference and gonna turn you in a very pleasant training partner. You know, I had to have this talk many times with students, you know, that people come to me and say like, bah, Jax, I trained that person today and it was kind of hard, you know, the body odor was a little too much. And then how awkward is that for me to come to the students and say like, hey, look, you need to work around that area, you know, and like maybe your breath have not the best today, you know. The students were complaining about it. You know, it's uncomfortable for me, it's uncomfortable for the students, it's uncomfortable for the person. So it's something that's very personal and everybody can take care of, you know, everybody can take care of. You know, I make sure that's, I try to do. I even go to pedicure sometimes, you know, like just to have my foot like looking clean, and you know, and these are all things that you can do, you know, all things that you can do to become like the perfect training partner, the one that everybody want to go with you. You understand the intensity of the training. You look like clean when you come train. You know, like we make mandatory Gracie University material to wear here in the gym, rash guards for the master cycle group, because we believe that this was made for training, you know, like it's not like any other kind of rash guard that's for soccer or something else. This was made for jiu-jitsu, you know, so the material, the design, you know, was designed to make like the best of it, you know. So we really encourage everybody and make mandatory for the master cycle group to wear only GU uniforms, you know, because it's the best quality you can get for training, gonna last you for many years. So this is an area that you have to invest and be prepared, you know, like have your bag with you, because you never know when you're gonna need your stuff. You know, eventually I wanna have a better facility where you can find some of this stuff at the bathroom, you know, like when you go take a shower, you have available for you there like mouthwash and, you know, hand cream and stuff like this that you can like really get like clean and go for the training. Yeah. One thing that we don't think about that can be overwhelming is people that use cologne. You know, they use perfume to come to the training. What's
like a lot of it.
Yeah, it's like not appropriate either. You know, like use something neutral, because your partner, he don't wanna have to deal with a bad odor, but he also don't wanna deal with your favorite smell of cologne. You know, maybe your partner, they are allergic to it, or maybe like they're sensitive to the smell, because you know, like some people, they put a lot of cologne when they walk in the room. Everybody have to smell that person favorites kind of smell, you know. So it's kind of aggressive. And I remember like me back ago when I was young, I used to pass a lot of cologne, and today I see like can be a little aggressive, you know, like to use cologne during training, especially in jiu-jitsu. That's such a contactful sport. You're gonna be so close to the person. That's you want to really take care of that, you know. That's something that we try to enforce here as much as we can, but having so much students sometimes is difficult, you know. So guys, watch for that one. You know, this was a great question that somebody brought up. You know, maybe this question come out of a struggle day that they had here one day, you know, and because of he don't want to tell us directly, and we open this window for questions, you know, the student said like, oh, let's talk about it, you know, let's talk about it. Who knows which kind of experience everybody had here, but like we want you guys to know that we are always open, you know, to pull on the side and say like, hey, I had this good or bad experience with this student today. Okay, we will never disclose who the person is, you know. That's like 100% confidential, and make us grow as a business and make us really create the environment that we are looking for.
Yeah. No, there's many things, and to complement what Jackson is mentioning at the beginning, just coming into the gym, where you put your stuff, where you get dressed. I know that some gyms don't have the space maybe to get a locker room, but if you maybe are ready for the class, and have the uniform ready to go, instead of changing here in the middle of the room, that will be as well as much appreciated. Putting yourself where it belongs, keep yourself hygiene, self-care and hygiene like to the level that you can, and keep yourself neutral. It's something that is very important, how you present yourself.
And a safety tip on that point, on that etiquette too, is like if you have a firearm and you bring a firearm with you to the training, let us know where your bag is, you know, because there's always like kids hanging out of the gym and people hanging out here. If you carry a handgun and you don't want to leave your handgun in the lockers downstairs, let us know. We have many students that do that, and I know who are these students, and I recommend them the best place for them to place their bag when there is a firearm inside. Okay, so that's a safety matter, you know, it's a safety matter that we always try to enforce. I'm even gonna make a locker here that's gonna have a code on it, so you can put your bag inside, and you're gonna have the code, and you can leave your bag safe there. You know, the locker downstairs would be a safe place to keep it, but some people they don't feel, you know, comfortable to leave the firearm there. They like to bring with them. Some people are police officers that they have to carry it with them all the time, and law enforcement, you know. So that's another thing, that if you qualify for that case, you know, let us know, and we're gonna give you the best instructions.
Yeah, especially if you're in Texas, that's why this applies very much to us too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And for the last thing before we go to the other question, and this will be more of the not only etiquette, hygiene, but it will be more of a social etiquette, is when you arrive to the mats and you have everything done, please say hi to everybody. Just a little handshake.
Yeah, greet everybody nicely. You know, like everybody. During COVID, we encourage everybody to do fist bumps.
Yeah,
but
hey,
now
morning,
I want to go back and encourage everybody to do a nice handshake and say, hey, I'm here. You know, and you know, handshake is different than a fist bump. You know, and we are kind of out of this pandemic thing. Yeah. You know, a nice handshake like really make the initiation of a nice bond with friends that you're gonna just spend time with. You know, so arrive at the gym and shake people's hand. And this is something that's like etiquette number one in Brazil. You know, arrive to the gym, you go and shake everybody's hand, and you can even get actually in a real trouble if you don't do that. You know, I've seen people arrive to the gym and don't shake people's hand. People that's belong to the system for a long time, and they just forgot that day, and the instructor come and say like, hey, why did you forget? Why did you forget to shake everybody's hand? You know, it's a very cultural thing in Brazil. And we try to expand the culture with jiu-jitsu. You know, jiu-jitsu is also a part of Brazilian culture. So, you know, a nice handshake, you know, unless like it's your choice if you prefer a fist bump, or if you prefer nothing, it's your choice. But like make you more welcome, make like the environment a little bit more friendly, you know, and Somebody come, hey, how's your day today, man? How's it going? Oh, good to see you, man. You know, and
Agree.
go like one by one and greet everybody, and then you sit and you have that little chat before or after the class.
Man, greeting them goes a long way. You make friends
you know,
immediately.
it's
The connections
nice,
is stronger
you know,
and
so
deeper. So
not mandatory, but like we highly recommend
it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
What's the next question?
Awesome. So the next question is from the side mount. This is a bit more technical. So what is the best way to get your arm out of trouble when the person on top starts to isolate for an arm bar, maybe an Americana?
How to survive from the bottom of the side
side.
mount. Okay, class 16, BBS 1, safe hands. Okay, so that's the class that break down a little bit more where to place your hands when you're on the bottom of the mount. Okay, the most common mistake that people do from the bottom here is hurry to get out of here. You know, like here you're not in defensive position. Your partner on the top, they are looking for possible mistakes that you're gonna do to take advantage of it. Okay, what's the focus here on the top? Control, submit from the side, or mount. So these are the things they're looking for. So wherever you place your hands, it's very significant for your partner to find their way and progress with their objective here. Okay, so everybody know like your hand should be tucked here, but your partner gonna work trying to isolate. So try to scoop my hand that side over there. This is something they wanna do every time, to bring your arm and start to isolate and finally get here. And now this is exposure for me. So when my partner go there and they try to scoop my arm, I should like try to hide my elbow there too. Just playing the game here. You know, they try to scoop my arm out. I'm way stronger here now. And now if they try to control my head, I would go and make a heavy head situation here, like pressing my head on the ground to make them work a little bit more. You know, I don't want them to just go like and fully control me there. And now the next thing, like they're gonna open my arm in here and go. So the less control they have over me, the better. More opportunities they're gonna have to eventually get out of here. You know, sometimes they try to pass this arm under, you blocking them. They try, I'm just like hide my hands under now. Try to control me, and I go back and I control that a little bit. If they go and isolate my arm here, I can just do a little bump and recover my hand. You know, I never let them fully establish their control of me. You know, I'm always playing with my hands safe here. If they go under my arm there, go under my arm, I would turn that way and tuck my arm under that way over there, because I'm just like going towards where the focus is. You know, they trying to isolate my arms and control me here. And then you go back, boom, and I lock here. My hand, maybe my hand on this area here is very dangerous. If they isolate my arm here, that's where the Americana start to come and straight arm bar and everything. So every time I have my hand here, I want to safely take this hand out. Okay, passing over the head here is very dangerous. Okay, so in this situation here, I would like tuck in and wait for the right time. Wait. Okay, and then when you can have the opportunity to surprise your partner, may bump a little and bring that hand under the throat or under the arm, you know the opportunity is gonna come. And if everything go wrong, the maximum that's gonna happen is your partner actually getting a submission there. Okay, and that's okay too. It's okay. Maybe you're defending that submission, they mountain you. Boom, out of the defense, they go and mountain you. And now you have another thing to deal here with. And it's gonna be the mount, same thing. I'm gonna try to keep my arms protected, you know, like always. But one general rule is your elbows should be always around your hip. You know, always defend you here. Like the more you keep your elbows close to the hip, even like bottom or the top, this is a big fundamentals of Jiu-Jitsu. I always like use an analogy in the class, saying like you have two magnets, one on each elbow and two magnets on the hip. And they're always pulling the elbows towards the hip, because your elbows is a big part of controlling a movement. So you want to keep them tight. And when you're on the bottom of the side mount, that's apply like very much. Yeah. So, you know, and with some practice, you're going to get better and better at it, you know, but like going crazy, try to escape from there, you're going to burn your gas and you're going to open a lot of opportunities for your partner, for sure.
Yeah, one of the defense for the last thing that in my experience happened to me and helped me out to be able to survive and defend a little bit more is notice that Jackson controlled the center of his body. Ideally, on the combatives, what we teach on the side mount is that we start the position here and from control. You see, I have chest to chest. That means that the person on top is controlling the center of their body here. But the moment that you notice that Jackson was blocking me here to controlling the head, and now he has the control of the center. Even though I pass the arm to the other side, he still has the control of his center. If that makes sense. You see, he has control of his chest. Like I cannot go comfortably to put my chest on his chest anymore, and I cannot control his head comfortably either. So ideally, I want both my arms under the head and under the arm, but because it's not letting this happen, it makes it very uncomfortable. So he can start as something as simple as, if I have the control of his head, but then he starts to frame here on the neck, he leaves a little space for him to for his hands to go, because now I'm gonna remove the frame and then he goes in. Now I try to go back to where I was, and then he's already out controlling the center. So that helps a lot. That's just like a nice principle for you to use as the center line. So controlling your center.
Blocking here, pushing there, safe hands. Keep your hands safe here. Very important, to isolate the possible attacks and neutralize the threat here, defending. If they go to the mount, there's opportunity for you to escape. So the less of your elbows and the hands they found of you, the safer you are on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So practice a little bit and let us know. Class 16, BBS 1, most of everybody from Master Cycle have access to this technique already. So have a look and let us know how that goes. And if you have more questions about this topic here, let us know. We can always break down around the class for you guys. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, awesome, guys. So before we go, we always invite one person that we focus on a little bit on each video. And this time, I think with the holidays coming by, I think it would be great for you to spend your family doing jiu-jitsu in a safe environment, a fun environment. This is something that we're gonna do pretty soon, an event for the parents to come in and hang out with their kids during the class. Because something that is very valuable, and Jackson knows by experience, that talking the same language when your kid loves something as a hobby, jiu-jitsu can be one of them, and they do it together.
Jiu-jitsu language, guys.
I mean, it's amazing. So guys, go ahead in the link below. There's gonna be for you to schedule your 10-day trial. You can come in, do your class, your kids can do the other class, and then at home you can be able to practice together. Sometimes eventually you can be able to participate in the class as an assistant coach to help and to be involved in the class. It's gonna take a little while after, but you can be in that position if you keep coming to class. And you have the link right there to just to schedule the first day, come into class, enjoy as much as you can, pick the membership. That's gonna be the second step. And the last step is, after you sign up, everything that we give you, all the access to the lessons that we talked about, is going to be incredible for you to have, and the quality time with the family is going to be even higher. So take advantage of it, and hopefully we can see you soon in the mats. Yeah? Awesome, guys. See you.